What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Second Avenue Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Linares.
I'm your other host, Elijah Venencia. Welcome back, everybody. It is National Championship Monday. You're listening. We're recording on Sunday, but this is Monday. We got the girls' game going on right now. South Carolina. That's my pick. It's at halftime. They're up three.
Mhm.
I'll never root for. There's three teams I'll never root for: Iowa, Michigan, and Purdue. So that leads me to the natty pick. UConn's been my team the whole time, aside from Illinois. I mean, I did say Illinois is gonna probably beat, and they got yeah. UConn's different. They're different.
Yep.
Who's your natty pick?
Yeah, it's UConn. It's unfortunate Illinois had to be in their way to the national championship, but it is what it is. I think UConn's running through everybody. I'm also very anti-Purdue. I hate watching Zach Edey play basketball. He's just really like not fun to watch. He's just big. He moves so slow. I just do not like watching him. And other than that, he's just surrounded by role players. Like they have nobody else with like any
Yeah.
sauce that I like watching. So yeah, I'm rocking with UConn all
Mason
day.
Gillis. I fuck with Mason Gillis.
Is he
That's
the
that's
six
one dude.
man?
He's zero.
Actually, I think he's the one. There's one person that I'm okay with, and it might be him. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty anti. Like,
Yeah, they like think they're them too. So I got no problem shitting on these. Like
yeah,
I think it'll be a big wake up call. We'll see though. We'll see what
I can
happens
hope.
next
I can
year.
only hope.
Obviously, because obviously Ed draws a lot of attention, and I mean you can't really hate on them because they're playing their role. So,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, it's no
it's
love
true.
lost here. When people say you got to root for like the Big Ten, no, you do not. There's three teams I will not root for. You heard them. So, fuck
Yeah,
Purdue. Go UConn. Go Huskies.
yeah. I rock with Michigan here and there, depending on who they got. And UConn is one of my teams I rock with. So naturally, got to be UConn.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens
Michigan at
though.
this point is yeah, Michigan at this point to Illinois is not even a rivalry. Just the fans are annoying. Like we haven't lost to them since like 2018. So
Yeah, that's tough, but it is what it is. We'll see.
yeah.
Excited. It'll be a good game, I hope. The two games last night,
it
not bad.
it
Alabama was
isn't.
okay, but the other game was not very good.
Yeah, it's like they felt like they were a couple shots away both teams the whole time, and then they ended up losing by like 15. It's crazy. UConn on a national title winning run, and then another run to the national championship. They have not lost or they have not won a game by less than double digits. That is fucking insane.
Yeah, they're not even sweating these wins. They're just winning. Like I couldn't imagine. And the coach early, he's still just going crazy. He's yelling. I do love that. He's very into these games. The
Shout,
dog.
yeah,
He
shout out
deserves it.
Bobby Hurley. Shout out Bobby
Yeah,
Hurley,
yeah.
big bro
Yeah, shout out to all
or
the
little
Hurley
bro. I
fam.
think.
They've been doing it. Thank you guys so much for showing love on last week's episode. You guys went crazy on last week's episode. I think it's a sign we got to start having more guests on. We love having just our friends on, even, some podcasts, they try to get other like, artists and influencers. And that I think that's, a place we can go. But I do just love and have other friends on talking music with them. It's a great time. So if you're a friend of the pod, let us know if you're trying to come on because we would love to have some of you guys on here in the near future.
Yeah, it just brings in just a whole nother aspect. So it's always enjoyable, and I feel like it always does end up being some of our best episodes. So, but
100%.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna top this episode today. I mean, the last playlist we curated together was a fucking banger. Like I was listening to that playlist, like I knew every song in it. I added all the songs to Apple Music, and god damn, that was a that one got a lot of run. So
It did.
I I have high hopes for this.
Yeah, I went to Chicago this week to see Tim Robinson. The I Think You Should Leave live show. Very good show. But my whole idea of the drive there was going to be okay, I'm going to listen to a bunch of songs that I think could be on this playlist, spring vibes, see what we're feeling. And it was a rainy day. It was not the right vibe. So you know what I did? I ran back to fall vibes playlist. Oh, and it hit. It hit so I hadn't listened to it
Every
in
time
months and it hits. I didn't get through the full
it's
playlist, but
like,
man, it's so good.
and I had like, it's not even that. It's not that it's our own head that this playlist is good. Like, I mean, like we've done summer playlists before, we've done other playlists before, and I had probably at least five people tell me this playlist is fucking fire. So, the bar is up here if you're watching on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's up to the ceiling. So,
Yeah, this is by far the highest bar we've had. We have to come correct on this one. because our last one was our best one. So we got to do this one right. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it though. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and I feel like going into it, we were like very like optimistic, like we weren't so confident in it. So, but then it just all came together, it all gelled together. So I texted you, all this it'll gel together. So I was gonna say why don't you kick it off, but I feel like I always go first. Younger cousin here.
Yeah,
So
you got to.
so for the vibes I went, it's kind of like fall where it's a tough vibe to feel, but like once you feel it, you feel it. So I feel like cover art helped a lot here. So for my first one here, we got Flashing Lights by Kanye West.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I love that song. I can't be mad
Yeah,
at that at all.
Kanye makes a few appearances here. Spoiler alert. We may see some vultures,
Uh,
who knows? We'll see.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. So, you know, if you've been listening to the pod, you know me. I mean, I always gotta have like my honorable mentions, but I could never keep my list. So I have like 14 songs that are like in the running here. And I texted you before the episode. I said, yeah, I got a couple extras, I'm running. I got two, and I really think you could pick a song by that person or that song. So I'm kind of leaving that as like, if you don't, I'll use as my 10th. Spoiler warning, it's a Kanye song. So, if you got a couple
Okay.
Kanye's, I might have to rock with my other ones. We'll see though, based on what you choose. Um, I love Flashing Lights though. It's one of my favorite Kanye songs of all time, like top three, top five, no question. Great track. I love it. I'm excited to see, where the rest of your picks
Yeah,
go and
for
how it all
this is
shapes
gonna be
up.
like not a lot to like say about the songs themselves. It's just gonna be once it curates together, it'll see how it goes together. So I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, I think we're gonna pick nothing but bangers. So
Yeah. Let's see if I can kick things off the right way from my side with my picks. My first song here, I'm going with Time by the Free Nationals, Mac Miller and Kali Uchis. I think when I'm thinking about what type of vibe I'm trying to go with here, it's really the car. I think spring, one of the best feelings is being in the car with the windows down, especially those first days where
yeah,
you're
well, that
just,
for yep.
oh, it's nice. Everything's looking green. It's been so dreary and gray and dead, and now it's just looking alive. The weather is feeling nice. The vibes are immaculate. Specifically, like for myself, I'm thinking about like driving like out in the country, like from Hopeson to
Yeah,
Danville, Hopeson to Bloomington, all these like
hopes
just
in
country
Ambia.
drives. Oh, yeah, you know the vibes.
Yeah, just Ambia cruise. You're not going anywhere. You got no
Yeah.
destination.
Yeah. That's a Hopeson classic. But yeah, just being out, open space, windows down, everything's looking nice,
Hair
and time
flowing.
hair is flowing. Time by Mac Miller, Caliucci's Free Nationals. It's a classic for me in this setting. I love it. Hard spring vibes. I think Mac is a very, very spring artist in a lot of ways. He has different vibes he provides, but I think spring is one he does very well. And this track with the Free Nationals production, I mean, it's immaculate. I feel like a lot of people probably know this one, but I think it's gonna
Fire.
fit in very
Yeah.
nicely.
Moving on, we got another one that just this gives me spring vibes much more than summer vibes on the cover here. Off the melodic blue, we got 16 by Baby Keem, just perfect cruise song. This is yeah, it's just like you said, cruise songs is really like because this is when you're geeking, it's windows down, it's just a different vibe,
Yes, sir.
so and this is one, man. This is like maybe my best concert video I have. It's not really off topic of what we're doing here, but I was 2 rows from Baby Keem. I had the fucking telephoto lens on him or whatever, like the three. I was going pro mode, so this is one always have a special place here, and I had to make it in one of these playlists. And I think spring is the perfect one for it. So
I think it's one that could fit in a lot of different playlists. I think a song that has come up in a couple other playlists that we talked about, Politics and Violence, for whatever reason, I kind of see
oh,
like a parallel
it,
between
it
these two.
almost it almost made it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an all-time podcast favorite, so like I wouldn't be mad if it was in every playlist. But no, I love that track from Keem. Going back to my off topic for this is the I Think You Should Leave show I was at. I Snapchat you beforehand. I don't know who curates the playlist for this. I know I follow Tim Robinson on Instagram. He is tapped into music. He follows like Paris, Texas. He follows like Red Veil. He follows all these like emerging artists. Tyler he rocks with. He's got taste. And the playlist before the show, it was so good. There was everything from like Scaring the Hose, JPEG Mafia, and Danny Brown to like oldies. Such a vibe. But one person that kept coming up was Baby Keem. He played probably, I should say whoever made the playlist, played at least five Baby Keem songs, including Family Ties, The Hillbillies. Wild. And I love Keem. It's just a very interesting crowd. Like when he's playing Scaring the Hose title track, are these people in the crowd, are they like, what the hell is
Are
this?
they
Uh,
scared? Yeah.
I that's why I said to Chalky, I looked over him, I was there with him. I said the hosts are terrified right now. Too bad there are none here. It was a very, very
Uh,
strong
it
divide, stronger
happens.
divide than
It
anything I've been
happens.
to. Yeah, but hey, we're there for Tim. We're rocking with Timmy. I'll get into my next track here. I got an artist that I've been rocking with for a couple years now. He really hasn't taken that just huge jump that I've always felt like he's due for. That's Gene Dawson with his track Pegasus. I love this track so much. I think it's probably my favorite off of Pixel Bath. Um, I feel like we haven't
That's
talked
the one
about
with
Gene
the
Dawson.
football helmet.
Yeah, football helmet. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember that from COVID days. Yeah,
that's COVID days. Exactly. I loved this project when it dropped. That was my intro to Gene Dawson, and this is a standout. I think it's got like this guitar coming into it, and I don't know why, but it gives me like first day of summer break vibes, but like also spring vibes. Like it's just the weather becoming
it's just that
nice. Like you're
cover.
just outside, you're
That
free. The blue, yeah,
the
it's a good one.
iridescent visor he's got on you. So
Yep.
W pick there. Okay, this is a vibe switch. So this is an oldie. This is a throwback. This has been in Ox battles. We got Pocket Full of Sunshine, Natasha Bedingfield.
I love it. I mean, it's a great
Yeah,
track.
this is another one where you could argue spring or summer, but I'm giving this spring all the way through. Taking it just gives me that little chiller vibe. You don't got the humidity on you. Uh,
Yeah.
just the cover as well. It's the sun's not beating on her. It's glistening on her. So
Yeah, it is. It's a good track. To me, it's very summer. It's summer 2008. It takes me back. You know, I
I mean,
remember that.
I
I
couldn't even
remember
ride a
that.
bike. I couldn't even
Yeah.
ride a fucking. I still had training wheels on that shit. So I definitely wasn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think summer of it, but like, it's just the vibe that it provides. It could be anywhere. So, any nice weather it fits into. I like the pick. And, some of these songs I had in mind, you're making me kind of reconsider a little bit. Like that track, I had another one that I think plays off it really well, but it wasn't in my 10. So
Uh,
I'm really at a crossroads right now because this is the place to make that pick if I'm going to make
uh,
that pick. Um, I don't think I'm going to. I'll say what it was. It
no.
was "I'm Like a Bird" by Nelly Furtado. I like that song.
Ooh.
Like that one does hit, but I
Uh,
I got to go with some others here. And that track I'm going to go with right now is "Sweet" by Tizo, Touchdown, and Fouché. Fouché, crazy feature artist. Tizo just does his thing. He's just got such a unique voice right now. I love it. We got to have it.
when doesn't Tizo touchdown do his thing?
The internet,
What is with the Tizo touchdown hate?
people
I
hate Tizo touchdown. It
like
is.
yeah.
You
I
either
think
love
it's
him or hate
like
him. He's polarizing. It's
industry
his look.
plant type thing, like quote unquote industry plant. I was like type shit. So shout out
Yeah,
Tizo touchdown.
it's crazy. Like Tizo's been like having motion since COVID days as well. That was like when I got put on a Tizo. I remember I didn't see this like when it happened, but I saw somebody say that Chance like retweeted him in like 2019, I think, or 2020. So he had some motion earlier
Chance,
on
yeah.
than a lot of people realize. Like obviously his feature on Tyler's project in 2021, like that was a big moment. And then, I mean, last year he had one of the craziest runs of like a rising artist in recent memory with, I mean, working with Drake and Travis. I mean,
Stand by three stacks, like
exactly. I get where the people saying industry plant are coming from because obviously he had a crazy rise, but they weren't there from the jump. But now I'm rocking with Tizo, so got to put him here.
all right, moving on. We got a vultures pick. We got a vultures pick. We're gonna go with stars. Um, it's a really good song. And I mean, I don't really even consider this too much of a Kanye song. This is Ty Dolla Sign doing his thing. Goes crazy, and I just think it's gonna fit in here really well. It's just a really good vibe to it. And I feel like that's more kind of what I decipher spring versus summer. Like spring, I'm going for vibes, chill vibes.
Oh yeah,
Summer, I'm sicko mode, Mo
it's
Bamba,
up.
you know?
It is
Yeah.
up in the summer. That is my distinction as well. In spring, I'm way more indie vibes, and then summer it turns into a little bit more rap with still some like melodic elements. And just the production is going to have a slightly different feel, but they're similar in a lot of ways. Like it's just about the nice weather and vibing. So
Yeah.
sticking with my last pick, Sweet. I'm rocking with Be Sweet by Japanese Breakfast here. Indie pop track. Love this one. I saw Japanese Breakfast in concert last year. I had only heard Paprika, the album, like probably twice beforehand because she was coming to the Castle Theater in Bloomington. So I was like, okay, I know who she is. Like maybe I'll go. So I listened to the album a couple times and then I really not listened to her. I just ended up at Summerfest on the day she was there and I didn't like have a headliner I was trying to see or whatever. So I just went and vibed. And this was one of the ones where I heard this and I was like, oh, like it sounds like
Yeah.
vaguely familiar, but like I gotta start listening to this one, and I've listened to it all the time since last summer. Um, so this is the first like spring I'm really gonna get to enjoy this one, but I've already been any slightly nice day we've had. Oh, it's been getting some runtime.
W pick there. Moving on. One that's gotten crazy runtime since I heard it for the first time. We got Bandit by Don Tolliver. We're bringing a little rap here, you know. But man, Don Tolliver just, I mean, energy goes insane on this song. I feel like Don Tolliver's really good. Spring, summer. I mean, he's perfect for it. So shout out Don T. You know, he said he's in album mode. He had that really cool video with the motorcycles that were on the single cover of this. So um, yeah, I mean, hopefully a good follow up to Lovesick because I mean, very impressive album there, and we'll see what happens.
I had a feeling you were gonna pick this, so I didn't even like put it to my 15. I thought you were gonna pick this. I'm happy you did because I wanted to be here, but I was fairly confident it was gonna get here one way or the other. Great track, love this one. Tame Impala feature. I mean, that's springy as well. So I almost picked the song that it
Springboard.
samples, but didn't do that. My next track here, I got IDC by Jordan Ward and Junie. Jordan Ward like was just giving me spring vibes. I didn't know what track I wanted of him here, but IDC, I think it's a good one. You got the nice Junie feature. It's not too long of a song, but it's just a cool vibe for like under 2 minutes.
Yeah, Jordan Ward. I mean, your boy in Indianapolis Airport. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
pretty much co-signed Second Avenue podcast. But
Basically,
moving on, sticking with the Jack Boys. You got to get some Travis Scott in here. No Utopia. We're throwing it back to Birds. We got SDP interlude. This is one I was like, I was really trying to round it out, trying to get like my 8, 9, 10 tracks, and this came on, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm rocking with this. So, Birds in the Trap, sing McKnight. So shout out Travi.
when you said you were throwing it back, I was really hoping you were throwing it back to Astroworld because the other song that I was like, he may or may not pick it is on Astroworld. I won't say what it is. I'll tell you later. But
Skeletons.
no, as
Carousel.
close as you can get without being right, though, with Skeletons. Wake Up. I love Wake Up. And for whatever that guitar
Did
just
Wake Up
really
make the
gives,
summer one?
I don't know. We'll have to look back. Um,
Yeah. We'll look at
but yeah, it gives you spring vibes, whatever that guitar. All right, my next track, I got Soul Crusher by Tommy Richmond. Tommy Richmond, I mean, it's the year of Tommy Richmond. Ever since he was on Brent Faiyaz's project last year, he's really been running it. Put out a little 2 pack of tracks. I love both of them. Soul Crusher, the one I'm bumping more though. I think they both could be here on this playlist. They give a kind of similar vibe in different ways, but I'm rocking with this one. He's at Lala this year. He's somebody early on in the day at Lala. I'm highly recommending you go see him. If you're going to Lala, you don't know who you're seeing at noon or 1 o'clock, whatever time he's going to be, go to Tommy Richmond. Thank me later.
Yep. Like Drizzy said.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Drizzy,
Ooh.
I mean, this one had to make it. It's very rap focused here. We got like that. This is huge potential for like song of the summer, but it's popping now. So who knows what's gonna happen in the summer? I mean, they could really drop. We still don't trust you. Could really have the song of the summer on there. So we're gonna strike while the iron's hot or cast iron's hot, whatever that fucking saying is, and we're gonna put it on here. Yep, we got like that. Kendrick Lamar, Metro Boomin, Future.
I love it. I love the track. It's a little bit harder than the vibes I'm going with here, so I think it'll be a nice mix up.
Mhm. Yeah, I could
on the
like
playlist.
Bandits. Yeah, it's a little more rap focused, but I mean not too crazy. They're not talking about killing people, shit like that. So
Yeah, talk
they're
about
they're not
sticks.
they're not talking like yeah, they're not talking about murder music.
Yeah. My next track here, I got Alive by Bakar. This is another one. I don't actually remember it like made my end of the year songs list, but I loved this one all of last year. Great vibes. This is one I could just see just driving down the road listening to. Bakar, a very underrated artist. I think he made one of the summer playlists, maybe with Hell and Back. Don't remember that. Don't hold me to that, but I believe he did. He's an
Tell a
artist.
man, been to hell and
Shout
back.
out kidding. Shout out to Tavon Austin, but different Hell and Back.
Okay, all right, moving on. Speaking of that murder music, Boldy James. He's had a great project this year, probably my top project of the year. Spoiler alert. So I wanted to get something lighter off there, off Penalty of Leadership. We got Jack Frost. It's the beat really that does it for me. It's a little bit lighter, but it's just a different vibe that I think is going to fit in well. So
Okay. I feel like I fall victim to this with like all of Griselda, but I'm so bad about like knowing what title goes with what song. But you throw it on, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this one.
yeah,
So I gotta be
here
reminded of what song that is eventually.
you'll know right away.
Oh, okay.
See, it's like lighter tone.
Yeah, yeah, I could see it. So yeah, I think it'll be a good switch up. Yeah, I think you're coming with some more rap here, which is a good thing. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, not much to say. It's like it's hard to hear all these songs. It's just gonna be something once we fucking throw it in that playlist and go. We'll know or not. So
Yeah, we'll see. That Monday listen is gonna be crazy. The next track here, I got Mr. Misfit, but ain't missed a fit in months by Smino. Smino, I mean, just one of the coolest people out. He just brings a vibe. We got to have it here on this playlist. And this is a new one from him. He's had a lot of songs throughout his career that could be fits here, but this is a new one. I, honestly, I haven't been bumping it as much. So that's like another reason, like selfishly for putting it in this playlist, because like I'm gonna be listening to the playlist. So I want to be listening to this one more. And it's a good one, so I think everybody's gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna be honest. I cut out there, did not hear what song you chose, but yeah, I'm rocking with. Hey, if you're rocking with it, I'm rocking with it. So
Okay.
don't even tell me either because I want it to be a surprise once I listen to the playlist.
Okay.
I mean, and I am really bringing in a heavy rap vibe here. So I mean, I hope it's a lighter vibe. We got Pusha T. It's almost dry. Let the smokers shine the coop. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's still a lighter one here. I think the beat does a lot for it. So I think this is gonna fit in very nicely. We'll see what happens though.
This is giving me summer vibes. This is where I draw the line on like harder versus softer. A little bit harder, but hey, we'll
Uh,
see. We'll see. Um, Another one. Shout out to Tim Robinson with a taste again. He played this before the show, so
in the spring,
we're just taking
yeah.
Tim Robinson's playlist, I think.
I think like the biggest. Okay, so yeah, I mean harder like that, but these are more listening. You're in the car cruising around listening to music. Summer, I'm thinking more anthems, I guess. So
Mm, that's fair. I think anytime I'm making a playlist, I have the car and wherever
yeah,
like
it is hard, but
whatever I'm seeing, that's the vibe I'm trying to hit. So in the winter, I'm
besides,
seeing dead, I'm seeing snow, I'm trying to hit that vibe. And the fall, we're getting brown tones. That's the vibe I'm going with. Spring, we're getting that transition period. It's finally nice. I'm enjoying the windows down. Summer, almost too hot. Air conditioning. Ooh, and the music's got to match too hot. But yeah, I think it's a good song. We'll find the right place for it in the playlist. Like it'll fit in. It will fit. I promise. For all you guys listening, you'll enjoy it. But it's a good switch up. The next track I have here is "The Difference" by Flume and Toro y Moi. Flume, you get those nice, just like electronic vibes, and Toro y Moi, just an artist that can really just do it all. He's been featured on rap songs. He's done his own just crazy, like amazing indie type songs. It's a great combination. This is one where I can exactly just, I'm thinking there's one specific just like curve on the way to Bloomington I've taken, 100 times in my life, but hearing this with the windows down, just coming down that curve, it's a nice sunny day. Like that's what I'm picturing. So listen to this on the open roads. I think
yeah,
it's going to just change your life.
we have very different experiences of that curve.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll get to that one day.
Yeah. Oh, we got a BG or Mauricio on. Oh, not at the same time, obviously,
Yeah.
but we got to get one of them on to relive that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really went rap centric there for a little bit, but I'm closing it off with. I think I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. My favorite R&B album ever. You can't kill me. 070 Shake. We've got Skin and Bones.
That was almost what I picked, but I was hoping you did. So I'm so happy right now. Thank you. Yes.
See, it's just like, yeah, we're just dialed in. It's just that second half connection,
When you
when you come
said
out
a
them
70
trenches.
shake, that was the one I was hoping you were to go to. So, okay, I'm happy. I love it.
But yeah, I mean, fucking fantastic album. Like this album does not, it does the job every fucking time.
It does.
I,
I slept on it a little bit at first. Like
dude,
it did.
I remember you and one of my friends, Riley. I was like begging you guys to fucking listen to this
I
album.
listened to it,
Like,
but I just didn't
like
have it on my
listen
end
though.
of the year.
You had the headphones in, but were you listening?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I did not make my end of the year list. And then I listened to it probably in like January of the next year. And I was like,
Holy
I might have been
shit.
sleeping. No, it's fire. Also gonna be really honest here with my last pick. I totally miscounted and I thought I had both of these on the playlist, so I have a very tough choice to make right here. Um, and because you've gone two Kanye songs, I'm not gonna go with the Kanye one that was so close to making it. Instead, I'm gonna go with "What Can We Do" by Anderson .Paak and Nate Dogg. You get that posthumous Nate Dogg feature. It's beautiful from the very start of the track. You get them just kind of going back and forth. You get Anderson .Paak. It's a rap singer, hook master, real life convict, son of a gambler, and it's kind of like the parallel between the two of them because they're both like rap side, R&B side, soul side. Like they just kind of do it all between the raps, the hooks. They're just people that other people want to make songs with and kill it every time. Anderson .Paak, one of the best artists, most underappreciated artists. I think he's finally getting his shine a little bit after the Silk Sonic days. But Nate Dogg, I mean, feature cheat code. He's never missed on features. So this is no exception. It's a great one. I'm gonna say it right now. This will be the outro to the playlist,
Okay.
and that's why I wanted to be the last one. It just feels like it fits. And I also want to say that time is probably gonna be intro in my head. We'll see if that fits, but
Yeah.
you get a little live peek behind the curtain of what I'm feeling. So yeah, that's it.
So
That's our
good
20.
together.
I'm excited to see what it's gonna be. I guess I'll just tell you what the other Kanye song was gonna be, just to see your reaction. It's gonna be "Touch the Sky,"
Oh, that's fire. I like that.
which it would have fit, but I'm happy with the 10 I got. So maybe it makes summer. I could see it making that as well. Stay tuned for that.
Touch
But
the
yeah, this
sky. That could
playlist,
be
uh,
winter even. Like that's one that I think I could fit it. I could see anywhere, but we'll see.
we'll see. But playlist will be out today when you're watching this episode, listening to this episode. Make sure you give it a listen. Please let us know what you think. We set the bar high with the fall playlist. We want to make sure we're living up to the expectations. And it's a work in progress. Maybe if it's not getting the love, maybe we change out some songs. Let you guys know, add a couple songs over the spring. If we find something new that we're like, oh, that fits, maybe throw it on there. So, Elijah's back on Spotify here, so it'll be an easier addition to the playlist if we want to make something. So, let us know. I'm excited for you guys to hear it, though. Let's get into the news this week. We got some things to talk about, obviously, with the releases from this week. Let's talk about the projects that dropped, the singles that dropped, and then we'll get into the one that everybody's talking about. We got albums from Bryson Tiller, Doja Cat, Four Bats, which got delayed. So we'll get to that a little bit later. Concrete Boys, Vori, Glorilla, Richie from Injury Reserve, and I got to show some love. See you next year, Big Ass Kids, Pigeons and Planes. Go check that one out, please. If you fuck with me, go fuck with that album. Then we
Please.
got singles from Khalid.
Please.
Yeah, please, please, please. No, but we got singles from Khalid, Omar Apollo, No Worries. That one's crazy. Charlie XCX, Lil Wayne and Wheezy and Young Thug, Kamasi Washington, Andre 3000, Rome Streets with Michi Darko and Zombie Juice. Very good week. But
Uh,
obviously, this graphic was made
well,
before 11 p.m. on
can,
Thursday night
can we talk about the
because,
singles real quick? Just before we get into J. Cole.
yeah, okay, let's get into it. What single?
I gotta show Charlie XCX some love.
Okay.
Uh I think I've told this story on the podcast before. The most fucking vivid memory. Farewell, 7th grade year, walking in, boom, clap. I'll never forget it. So I gotta show Charlie XCX some love. I gotta give that single some bump.
You have to. Yeah. Shout out to Charlie XCX. She kills it. Yeah, you definitely have told that story before, but I love it every time. I mean, I
Yeah,
wasn't there,
that's
but
like
like
one
I,
that's
I know I
yeah.
know where you're coming from.
Most middle
And
school feeling ever.
yeah, everybody's got those. But let's get into what everybody's talking about here. Obviously, we got a surprise drop. Jermaine, the real is back, the Vill is back, full banana appeal is back. J. Cole came back, might delete later. Everybody's saying that, it's his like Untitled Unmastered, Darkwind demo is just like throwaway project. They were comparing the three I saw on the internet, but I thought it was a pretty decent project.
It's
Um,
good, good warm up.
it's a good warm up. That's the thing. If it's throwaways, it's a good project for what it is. It's not the fall off. The fall off's still coming, and everybody's ready for that one. This was something to hold us over.
Yeah,
Obviously, there was another purpose, and we got that on 7 minute drill.
I thought he ate Kendrick up. I mean, if we're, I know we're gonna disagree on that.
We are.
I we definitely are. Oh, his lines are corny. Whatever. Kendrick's lines are corny as fuck too. Like I think it all comes down to the beat, honestly. And I listened to 7 minute drill. I got my little refresher on there, and I was like, Team Dreamville. That's why it was where my loyalties lie.
That's insane.
Um,
Like,
I mean, really, like, how hard did he come at Cole though? Nothing crazy.
no, yeah, and J. Cole just did not really come back that hard either. Even he says it. What's he say? This is a warning shot.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't come that hard. Pause.
I mean, people.
Um,
Hey yo, I just it broke the internet when Kendrick ate them both up. You know what? Really, I have the respect for J. Cole for saying what a lot of people were thinking. To Pimp a Butterfly is a boring album.
a lot of people mean
I,
you. Uh,
yeah, I mean, I've seen. Look, and maybe I inspired this. Maybe J. Cole was tuning in when I took that vinyl off my wall
yeah.
because, and then you see all these fucking. It's like you lift a rock and there's bugs, like like a bunch of bugs under there that are just they're ready to go. So, I mean, did I lift the rock?
Maybe you did. I don't know.
Who knows? But I am seeing a lot more on Twitter where it's not as hot of a take as I thought it was. It's still pretty hot, but we'll call it a mild take.
Yeah. I mean, I think I love it. I think it's a great project, but I would take Good Kid, Mad City above it, but I
Oh,
love
for
To Pimp a
sure.
Butterfly too, and I would take To Pimp a Butterfly above like almost every J. Cole album. So that's the thing I think a lot of people talk about.
Not top for your eyes.
We'll talk. That's a different conversation for a different day.
We can go. Where's Drizzy while we're waiting? Where's Drizzy Drake on all this? That last night the fucking Raptors trophy with the pin. This record Drake
He's coming.
is
He
impressive.
has.
He is impressive.
He is. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking any of these three. That's the thing. Um, I think they're all three greats for a reason,
Yeah, it's the big
and
three.
I think it's fun. Like this is
It
making
is.
rap fun again. Like this is giving people something to talk about. I feel like I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but we talked about like, oh, it was last year. We were like, oh, it's kind of a boring year. This is making it interesting. Even if there's like not consistent drops from like the top tier of artists, them even
this
just dropping little singles and giving us something to talk about, that's fun.
this brought Chalky Long back to rap.
It did.
So and he's going sicko mode on Twitter. I'd love for Chalky to be on the other screen right now, and we could argue.
Yeah, he would
Because
definitely get into it.
I was baiting you a little bit there, but I know Chalky would be full fledged fucking.
Yeah, you really
He'd be
can't
going.
bait me on that. Like I like Tip Butterfly a lot. I love Tip Butterfly, but like I'm not going to war for T-Pab. Like it's a great project, but it's not like in my personal favorites. I think it's really
It's not
good.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. Obviously, so the lines J. Cole drop that everybody's talking about. Your first shit was a classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second sleep put people to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailed right behind, and now it just hit mine. Now I'm front line with a comfortable lead. How ironic. Soon as I got it, he wants something with me. That was a good line. Like I, I think comparing discographies is tough though. I think
Oh
Kendrick
no, there's not.
obviously.
There's no way to do that though. I mean, because then you look, because obviously, I mean, if we were just talking straight spinning, straight MC shit, I mean, Kendrick's gonna have the best, but are we gonna discredit what Drake's done in his career to where it's he's gone for more of the commercial success, which I understand that portion of it, and I feel like J. Cole's kind of like in the middle there almost, like
He is.
he's a smooth, he's a very happy medium there, which I don't know. It's just so there's just really no debate to it. It's the big three. No, none of them are on top of any of the other two. I think it's they all do different things well.
Yeah, as corny as that like classic meme where it was like the heart, the mind, and the soul, and it was like the three of them. Like there was some truth to that. Like they all three serve their purpose and they do it very well at the top of the game, and they're there for a reason. So I hate to see them, beefing, but it's putting out for some good moments and some good listening experiences.
I've seen some just to get back on diss record Drake a little bit. I've seen some chatter on Twitter about how good I've always been. Duffy Freestyle is a really good diss track. I mean, not his best. It's not back to back, but I think without the shock reveal of the story of Adidon, it's like Drake had his chance there. I don't know. It's just like you can't really beat that though.
No, I think Pusha T, he just
had the
there were
perfect
just so many pointed lines at so many people in Drake's life that it was like a way better diss, I thought.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And obviously it has the shock value. It was more of a moment. Like when that dropped, you were like, oh my God. Like, because it got people talking because of what he said. And I mean, that was a track I wanted to do a whole episode on. And it feels like we're getting into time like for that based on everything happening right now.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe some top diss tracks. We've never really done anything on diss tracks, so we'll save the thoughts on it then.
Yeah, but it's been a great time. That J. Cole project, it was cool. I gotta listen to it again. I've only given it one full listen, listened to a 7-minute drill a couple times. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to it this week. We'll see what we're thinking. Come back next week, and we'll see if anything else has been going on between this civil war of the big three. I mean, what a time.
I kind of feel, I wish there would have been more of that. Like it feels like it's the Civil War kind of chilled out. Like
yeah, it's a Cold War.
I want JID and Baby Keem fucking dropping it.
I saw people talk about that. Yeah.
Yes, I want all the and I mean there still is opportunity for something like massive that we've never seen before. So it's going to be interesting to follow.
It's going to be good. I'm excited. Everybody should be excited. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please go give the playlist a listen and let us know what you think. I'm very excited for everybody to hear this. Very excited to get it out. Next week, an episode that I have been excited for a minute. Album of the month, Acid Rap. Ooh, Chance the Rapper holds a very special place in my heart. Everybody that listens knows that. We haven't really gone in depth on a Chance project. Acid Rap, I mean, that was the one that propelled him into the mainstream, into the rapper he became. So very excited to talk about that next week. You're not going to miss that. Have a great week. Listen to the playlist, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Have a great week. Peace.